gotta go.
We gotta go, mate.
We gotta go, Andy.
Bro, Andy!
Andy.
He can't hear shit.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm filming it.
Can you play Roblox?
Can I play Roblox?
Yeah.
Alright boys, we just started vlogging for Wild Adventures, me and Andrew, me and the big bro. And there's no freaking food options and I haven't eaten lunch. So we're gonna have to eat at the park. So that'll be interesting. But yeah. This is in the middle of Mecca nowhere.
I think this will be like the first time we've ever gone to a theme park, and the first thing we do is get food.
So, Wild Adventures, I guess they said, Google Maps said, let's find you a shortcut. Dirt Mecca.
Wild adventure to wild adventure.
Yeah, exactly. This shit is whack as fuck. Random people over here that right on the doorstep of Wild Adventures. Probably got season passes.
Yeah,
We are at Mechtown, USA. Look at all these mechs here for Wild Meccan Adventures. They're coming at 2:45, almost 3 now, to this frickin' park that is already jam-packed. Who the mech said come today? I didn't. Alright boys, so we just got back from Wild Meccan Adventures, where we met one of my old elementary school friends, so that was pretty cool. But probably the most interesting experience I've ever had at theme park, easily.
Yeah, it was just an emotional roller coaster, I would say. Just like right off the bat, we get there and we took a road where it was extremely rough, and we get up there and we see a huge line just to pull in, and we're just afraid of the lines and just how crowded this place is going to be, because it took about 20 minutes to park maybe.
Like, let's just let this be said. This was like 3 hours, almost 3.5 hours after park opening.
Yeah, midday, and the traffic
2:45. So
at the parking was that bad. It was very ominous for the. But we got to the entrance, and everyone's just walking through. There's like no real line, just tickets. And so I just scanned the ticket, and because I only had one ticket, I was like, all right, let's go. And we
both got in with one ticket.
And,
so
it seemed like the employee scanning tickets, along with like 90% of other employees, they just felt like, it seemed like they're on like at least 3 Xanax at any time given. They're just like half asleep, half dead.
they're drinking lean or something. I mean,
I don't know what's in the Wild Adventures tap water.
and like you'll say something to them, and they won't respond. They'll just. They either will not ever respond to you, or they'll be like just nod or do like a hand signal. They will like, I've never heard one talk. Like I don't think they talk.
And going off of the employees, speaking about the guests, early on I said the IQ of an average guest was about a 60, and Matthew's like, oh no, it's probably like 80. By the end of the day, Matthew was like, you know what? I think you might be right about that.
What was it that someone said or did? What was I said that like caused me to say that?
We were just in this line for this ride, and then you had this one dude who was mentally slow and just seemed very lost.
Okay, but that's not why.
And then there's another kid that just said it like 2 minutes later. He was like, wow.
There was like, okay, there's so many NPCs at this park. Like we were in this line for this like these big body slides, and this kid is just behind me, like, talking to absolutely no one. And he's like, I didn't think he was mentally challenged. Like, the other kid was definitely mentally challenged. This kid was just like, wow, look at the beautiful sunset. And I was just like, I just lost it. Because I was like, it was such an NPC, like, conversation. There's only, like, one guest that I had an actual interaction with that I thought was, like, a decent one.
It was
and it
in the
was the
beginning.
very beginning. It
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
very first guest interaction we had. And it was this nice woman who told us about the food place. Like, she knew what was going on.
Yeah.
And she's like, she had a nice son. I'm guessing
Even
it was her
her
son.
though, like she said something kind of weird. Like she was like, "All right, I'm gonna get you step right up to the gate so it bonks you."
Oh,
in
it was
the
a
head."
joke. That was a
Yeah.
joke, though. I didn't think
Yeah.
that was weird, but I thought it was pretty funny. Also, the ops of this park were absolutely terrible. Like, Boomerang went down like 5 times or something. It didn't even go down 5 times, but it went down like twice during the day. The SLC went down twice.
Yeah.
And then also the river raft ride closed without us even saying anything. And then when we got in line for the SLC, the Twisted Typhoon, at the very end, 20 minutes before park closing, the line is probably like maybe a train and a half long, let's say. Let's give it 2 trains, right? And the guy closes off the rope, and he's like, yeah, look at the people in the line. We close in 20 minutes. We're not going to be able to get through everyone if we add more people. And we're like I've never seen this happen before at any theme park.
Yeah, and so a little prior context for this was like an hour at 8 p.m. The park closes at 9, and so at 8 p.m. we got in line for this coaster. It's the biggest one in the park, the one we're most anticipated for, and the ride breaks down. We have to leave, and we're like, this isn't gonna be open again. Like, hopefully, thank God, pray to the wild adventure lords that it opened. And then like 30 minutes later, granted, we just walked by and it was running.
It was running.
And we run up and we are getting in line.
Yeah,
and
we were right about to get in line. The guy just closed off, and we're like, I was like shocked. I was like,
yeah.
but honestly, I'd rather have not gone on that ride because that has got to be one of the worst roller coasters I've ever been on. It was a painful experience. Like, everything they say about SLCs is true. I can confirm it now.
It's gonna be funny rewatching this once you go on the Great American Scream Machine at Six Flags Georgia.
That one wooden coaster at Cedar Point was pretty bad too. Blue Streak.
Oh yeah, that one was really bad. Yeah. I was
Right.
in Gemini. I forgot about Blue Street.
Gemini
was bad, but it wasn't. As
Gemini
bad as Blue
absolutely destroyed my back though. I've never had like if you were prone to like back issues, if you didn't have like a strong back, that thing could have like definitely caused you to go to some chiropractors after that. But overall, give the experience like a solid 3 out of 10.
Another funny thing about Boys was it kind of reminded me as like a teacher in the very beginning, where you say, "Hey, don't do that," and someone keeps doing it, and you're just like, "Okay, never mind, whatever, I'll just let it go." They just don't put their foot down.
So this manager that closed off the gate for Twisted Typhoon, he then went on to say, he's like, yeah, you can just go under it. And he's like, and if it falls over, just pick it back up. He's like, I'm not the one closing the ride. So then hordes of people just start going under it. And the people running Twisted Typhoon are like, what the heck? They're getting overrun by all these kids coming out at the very end. They're not expecting this. So that was crazy. And then also a bunch of kids were taking these water cups and going up to the slushy machines and just loading it up. I joined in on that too, but it was probably about 15 kids that did that. And the person who ran the stand knew what was going on. And you're just laughing at it. And then the people on the body slides, the big body slides that go straight down and stuff like that, were just throwing themselves down it. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
You would get, if you did that at Disney, you'd get kicked out, out of the park. First thing.
Yeah, when I did it, I'd stand up and I'd swing myself down it. And apparently the woman was upset about that. And I never even witnessed it. I would have had no idea if Matthew hadn't mentioned it to me. I wasn't that.
Now,
I was,
what Andrew did wasn't that bad. But there was these 2 kids before that come up. He was the woman let Andrew go. You're allowed. You have to wait for the person up there, the lifeguard, to let you go. These 2 kids.
Side note about that. When they let people go, it just seemed like they were giving like an extra 20 seconds leeway between each person for no
Oh yeah,
reason
they weren't
whatsoever.
watching. They weren't watching each other either. Like there'd be times where the person down would give the signal,
Yeah.
and the other one would be like talking shop with someone
Yeah.
up on the like towers. So it was really bad.
Yeah, it was
execution.
like the minute you see the 3 people walk off, watch the lifeguard and then confirm with them. It's like it just took so long.
The ops were really slow at this park. Like, there was like a stat that we saw on the boomerang, and it was like, what I say, 200 people per hour, and that's like a dispatch every like 6 or so minutes, which is really
that
not
sounds
good.
accurate, yeah.
And that's like, I was giving them credit. Like, that's for a boomerang, one train, sure, let's give it to them, right? Because the ride takes about like 2 minutes and something to load, right? 2 minutes to run. But it's probably pushing like 7 minutes. I was giving them a little leeway with my calculations and stuff the quick ones I did, but not good. And then also every ride had one train op, which isn't that surprising at a small park, but just another thing to add. But yeah, and then so to finish off the water slide story, there's these 2 kids that just came up and just threw themselves down the slide, like what Andrew did, without her saying anything. They just, no one wasn't, like, people were in lines, and they just got in front of them and just slid themselves down. She was not paying attention. The first one, she didn't even realize someone went until they splashed down again, and she was like, blows her whistle, and then the second kid goes right after him. And then at that point she sees it, she's like, hey, but he's already gone down. And when they got to the bottom, like the lifeguard at the bottom probably just like, I mean, obviously she didn't kick him out, but they just like left. She probably just was like, don't do that again or something. I don't even know. At Disney, they would have been like kicked off property or something like that.
Yeah, the thing was they needed the green lights or the red lights. Like I see that at almost every water park now. It's like even like hotels for the water slides at hotels, they usually have like a little green light, red light whenever you can go. It's like this park desperately needed it when they had such incompetent staff.
I don't know. Not a very good, well-run theme park. That's my overall experience was still a positive one. That's mainly because I enjoy theme parks. But it's probably the worst theme park I've been to, I'd say.
It was just like, it's such an experience, like I can't even rate it back. You're not paying big bucks to go there, you know what you're getting.
Honestly, I still recommend, like, if you're a coaster enthusiast, definitely go there one time just because of the meme.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely a good meme. And it's cheap, so.
Oh, one of the coolest parts is a nature trail.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that part was pretty
You
cool.
really feel like you're in the swamp. Like, you look around, you can't see anything that reminds you of a theme park. You're just like,
And you
see
can't
swamp
hear
water.
anything because there's no roller coasters running half the time, so.
Yeah.
But
That's a cool thing.
thank you for watching.
All right.
Bye-bye.
I give it I'll give it my score. 10 out of 10.
I'm taking a photo. Hello. I'm taking a photo.
Are you taking a photo?
All right, say cheese.
Cheese.
Alright, so I saw this hole here. The hole's over there, so I thought maybe I'd go around this way. And I hit over there. And then it's a dead end. I've never seen such a troll like that. We
I mean, there's another one on the way home too.
Oh, square up, bro. Square up. No, I was so close. What's up, boss man? What's good? Yo. How's he jumping at me?
Step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I speak to the top of my lungs of what's going on.
Better leave these. Vlog squad. Vlog squad. Vlog squad. Jordan.
Vlog squad.
Jordan.
He meant to do that.
Oh no.
He's gone, guys.
I'm gonna miss you, Zach. Damn it. I'm gonna look that back in 30 years.
Sammy's on it. Never mind.
For the vlog.
I'll
post this on my YouTube channel for the vlog. It'll be up there. On the tube.
I can put Sam's keys in this. Oh, no,
How many times have you been on Jenny Springs?
Okay.
What?
How many times have you been on Jenny Springs?
I've been here one time.
How many times have you been down Jenny Springs?
Every day I fucking live here.
Really? Damn.
Bro, can you get my phone out of there? If you still want me to bring my phone.
That was kind of scary.
But you look cool.
Whoa!
Hey,
Too hot for TV, bro.
Needs a water break, I can hop in.
Very water. I grew up in the hole there. I'm good.
Yeah. Okay, go.
Call me Brendan Fraser, because I'm feeling like George of the Jungle.
You gonna keep walking, or you just gonna stand there?
Oh, you're doing a video?
Yeah.
Welcome to the mini Appalachian Mountains.
The mini
This is the
Appalachian
test run
Mountains.
for the day-long journey at the Appalachian Trails. You can see how far above the ground we are here. We're not playing around. You slip, you're dead. 1,500-foot drop to the bottom of the mountain. Death is imminent.
It's not.